Even smaller utilities can have dozens or even hundreds of models in a single feature class. This makes it a challenge when a designer has to select a specific transformer or a gas fitting out of a long and often poorly sorted list. To make the designer's life easier, a new model feature filter has been added to AUD 7.1. Here's a before and an after example from a recent electric implementation. In this case, the user wants to choose a different overhead conductor from the current 3-phase 397 AAC model. Now, before adding the filter feature, the process would be to select the model in Quick Info and choose an alternative. The challenge is that there's over a dozen choices in the recommended list, and going beyond the recommended list are another 40 or 50 choices. Now I'm going to switch to the Configuration tab and run the Industry Model Configuration command. In the electric section, I'll choose Conductor. Here you can see all of the 56 available models. I'll switch to the Attributes tab. If you look to the right, you can see a new column, Model Filter. Note that data for the Model Filter column can only be entered for model attributes, and so for all the model attributes currently, they're all set to hide. First, we need to decide what attributes would be useful for filtering. For conductors, I'm going to choose two, phase count and wire name. I'll scroll down to phase count and set it to show, and then I'll scroll down a little further to wire name and do the same. I'll set it to show. That's all it takes. Now let's try again to choose an alternative conductor for our design. Right here you can see the filters in action, both phase count and wire name. And you can see that there's only 3 models listed now. Those are all models that are 3-phase using 397 AAC wire. Let me change the wire name. When I do the pull down, I see all of the alternatives defined in the wire name domain. What's more, some are black, some are gray. This is a hugely useful feature. The black ones are alternative wire options that are compatible with my other filter, meaning these are all 3-phase models. I'll choose PRI number 2 ACSR. Immediately the list of choices is updated, showing 3 options where number 2 ACSR wire is in use for a 3-phase configuration. Now let's try the phase filter. I'll switch to single phase, and now there's only 1 option shown. So this is the essence of model filtering. If you want to take advantage of this feature, consider the following points. First, you have to have AUD 7.1 or higher. This doesn't work in earlier versions. Next, remember that you set your filters as part of model configuration. Choose your filters wisely. Generally, fewer filters are better. Be sure your domains are clean of unneeded values and that your domains are sorted in an intelligent fashion. You can do this later, but it's a good thing to plan on this right up front. And finally, don't worry too much about setting up your filters until you've loaded and refined your model data, because that's when you'll really know which filters make the most sense. Good luck and enjoy the new filter feature.